Good afternoon, basketball fans. Welcome to Bill George Arena on the campus of John Brown University in Siloam Springs, Arkansas for today's Sooner Athletic Conference Tournament Championship game between the Stars of Oklahoma City University and the Drovers of the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. John Brown University, the Sooner Athletic Conference, and the NAIA embrace the 5 core values of the Champions of Character Initiative, which are respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Please join with us to create a positive environment for everyone to enjoy. Now, before we meet today's starting lineups, we ask that you please stand, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin today's event with our national anthem. And now it's time for the starting lineups. First for the Stars from Oklahoma City. At guard, a 5'10 senior from Shattuck, Oklahoma, number 5, Daniela Galindo. At forward, a 6'1 junior from Georgetown, Texas, number 14, Taylor LaCour. At forward, a 5'11 freshman from Ada, Oklahoma, number 23, Peyton Taylor. At forward, a 6'1 senior from Bing, Oklahoma, number 24, Alexis Hill. And at forward, a 5'11 sophomore from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, number 25, Nishyla Hammonds. Head coach for the Stars is Bo Overton. He's assisted by Megan Patel. And now for the Drovers from Chickasha, Oklahoma. At guard, a 5'7 senior from Stillwater, Oklahoma, number 4, Rebecca Worthy. At guard, a 5'8 senior from Hera, Oklahoma, number 10, Darian Hill. At guard, a 5'10 senior from Arlington, Texas, number 12, De'Ara Eli. At forward, a 6'1 junior from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 22, Vivian Holcomb. And at forward, a 5'11 senior from Atoka, Oklahoma, number 32, Shaylin Bass. Head coach for the Drovers is Derek Matthews. He's assisted by Serena Matthews. Your officials today are Wayne Traywicks, Paula Ross, and Harold Thompson.
Welcome to Bill George Arena on the campus of John Brown University in Siloam Springs, Arkansas. It's the Sooner Athletic Conference Women's Basketball Championship Final between the Oklahoma City University Lady Stars and the USAO Lady Drovers. It's the Battle of Oklahoma here in the championship. USAO out of Chickasha in Oklahoma City. I'm right there in OKC. Big matchup. I'm Carter Henson alongside Jeff Essery, and we are set to tip off. OCU wins the tip, but we are underway. And it's Peyton Taylor running point for the Lady Stars. Big matchup to watch is going to be the Defensive Player of the Year, De'Ara Eli, against Daniela Galindo. You see it up kind of on the right side of your screen there. There's a drive in by Alexis Hill, and she knocks it down. Alexis Hill. Early start. 2-0, Lady Stars. Rebecca Worthy running point for USAO. You see the offense go through the high post of Vivian Holcomb quite often. Shaylin Bass around to Worthy. They drop it down low to Holcomb. Holcomb steps her way in, kind of has it stripped, and then loses it out of bounds, but it stays with USAO. Bass to inbound. Jeff, what do you think about the matchup between number 12, De'Ara Eli, Defensive Player of the Year, and then against the Conference Player of the Year, Daniela Galindo?
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to watch, and those are the two stars, like you mentioned, for each team. Galindo averaging 20.9 points per game. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that matchup throughout.
And there's Eli right there. That shot's no good. It's rebounded by Nishyla Hammond. She pushes it the other way. OCU wearing the blue jerseys with the white trim. USAO in gray and yellow. Down low, Galindo versus Holcomb. Holcomb shut that down, but then a little step from Galindo, and she is fouled, and she hits 2 free throws.
What a move by Galindo, because they had her shut off with the help defense coming over by Holcomb. That's definitely the plan from early, it looks like, from USAO, to double her underneath as she drives inside. She was still able to make some moves underneath and go to the line.
She hits the first. Can tell you Sooner athletic teams are probably tired of Daniela Galindo. She's been terrorizing defenses for several years now. Transferred in from a junior college. Swung around, here's Darian Hill. Hill looking for an out. Drops it off to Bass. Bass drives in, up with it, somehow gets that shot to go. Jeff, I don't think she could have put it any higher off the glass than she did.
What a shot, and getting the and one opportunity.
See it on the replay. She draws that contact. Look
Yeah,
how high up she puts that.
It's a good call, clear contact, but the crowd wasn't happy. Also the Oklahoma City bench, they thought there was a travel before that, but no call by the referees, and USAO with the bucket.
Holcomb takes that one away, and Rebecca Worthy pushes it in transition the other way. Worthy to Bass. That's Darian Hill. She had a shot there for a second. Here's Holcomb in the high post again. To Hill. She's bottled up. They try to get it down low to Eli, and it hits out off of OCU. It'll be 15 to shoot for the Drovers. Rebecca Worthy. Top to Hill, 7 to shoot. Hill drives in, tries to drop it off to Holcomb, goes out of play. Rebecca Worthy tried to save it, but too late. And a turnover without a shot for the Lady Drovers. Peyton Taylor runs point again. Kind of see her and Galindo flip between the two roles. There's Galindo, top of the key. Oh, Galindo lost it off of her own foot. Eli takes it away. Eli drives in, and she finishes. 2 points for De'Ara Eli.
Nice defense by Eli there. She won that matchup.
Definitely capitalized on the mistake. And that skirts out off of OCU as well. So USAO playing some good team defense early on here.
What a play by Holcomb. We saw Holcomb early on giving help on the other side of the block as Galindo was driving inside. And then this time Holcomb denied the entry pass and doing a great job coming over the top with the arm, but not drawing any contact, knocking it out of bounds.
Ball up high post to Vivian Holcomb. She drops it into Eli. Eli up with it. Can't get that one to fall. But Shaylin Bass is there for the board to Rebecca Worthy. USAO gets another shot at it. Here's Hill. Holcomb, corner to Bass. Tried to drop it into Eli, but it is knocked out of bounds. USAO very patient on offense. And that one's tipped away, and it's in the hands of Taylor LaCour. LaCour to Galindo. Galindo up with it. She airballs down, but there's LaCour for the board. Now back out. It's Peyton Taylor for three. She knocks it down. Nice job by LaCour finding the open man on the outside.
What a great play by Oklahoma City. Getting that steal and recovering in transition and able to turn it into some points on the offensive side.
LaCour was in double figures yesterday. She hasn't scored yet, but a nice job to find the open player. Eli to Hill. Hill top of the key three. That's a good triple. 7 up with 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
That was set up by a nice screen by Holcomb at the elbow, and they've been working her at the elbow for the majority of this game. Her and Eli rotating on the block and the elbow, and it'll be interesting to see how USAO continues to use that on offense.
Mishyla Hammonds to Galindo. Galindo will try to take Eli, and she wins that battle, pulls up, knocks down a mid-range jumper. The Conference Player of the Year. Worthy finds an opening, but cannot finish. She fires it over. Galindo with the rebound. Back the other way, Peyton Taylor to Alexis Hill. Hill on the drive, no good. There's De'Ara Eli on the board. Down low to Holcomb. Holcomb drops it off to Darian Hill. Nice play.
And Hill lost the shoe, so she'll put that back on and able to score while losing a shoe. And what a move by Holcomb there.
Just a drop-off pass. And here's the first substitution. Michaela Kay checks in. OCU not the deepest bench, just 6 players sitting on the bench at any given time. Their starters take up a lot of minutes. Here's Galindo. They kind of switch into a zone defense. Dishes out to Kay. Kay to Hammonds. Here's Galindo again. Galindo, another mid-range jumper. That one's no good. Well darted by Eli. It's 9-9. Long three, Rebecca Worthy from the corner. No good, rebounded. That's by Alexis Hill. They push it ahead to Kay. Here's Hammonds. She's going to drop it into LaCour, and that's knocked out. Good defense by Shaylin Bass.
And again, they're trying to drop the ball into LaCour, who's a 6'1" junior, to work the block, and Holcomb doing a good job denying the entry pass, and then the help defense as well. Shaylin Bass coming in over the top to tip it out of bounds.
Just the first substitution for USAO. As Rebecca Worthy takes a seat.
Again, trying to go underneath, and Holcomb's there.
And she blocked that one away. Somehow, OCU stays with it. Kay for a deep three. She knocks it down. And what initially looked like great defense for USAO ends up with an open three for OCU.
USAO has to be so frustrated with that possession, as they played great defense on both of those shots. Just weren't able to get the bounce to go their way.
USAO, Taylor Alexander, she played some serious minutes off the bench yesterday. Vivian Holcomb, she's so comfortable right there. She knocked it down, did that about 4 or 5 times against JBU yesterday.
And because she's so dangerous from that shot at the elbow, it allows them to continue to keep her out there to do those high ball screens on the elbow, and she's a legitimate threat to shoot it, so they have to pay attention to her on defense.
LaCour beat Holcomb to the spot down low there and finished that one. 14-11, and a pretty clean first quarter of basketball. Taylor Alexander set a pick for Hill. She dropped it off to Eli. Eli, easy bucket. And timeout, Science and Arts.
Eli doing a nice job hanging out on the block right there and just slipping underneath the defense, getting good position underneath. It's interesting with this lineup now for USAO is they've got some serious size with Holcomb, and then they were running Eli at really the 4 slot, and they've been able to move her down to the 3. And so now they're working both players, as you see there on the replay of Holcomb with the turnaround shot, but they're able to, they're working Lauren Hart.
(14-13). Oklahoma City. That one's taken away. De'Ara Eli, they have numbers the other way. 2-on-1. Eli takes it herself, and she finishes. De'Ara Eli picked that one off easily. Michaela Kay's open for 3. They leave her open again, and Kay off the bench has knocked down 2 threes.
Oklahoma City is staying in this ball game on the strength of the 3-point shot. They've knocked down 3 threes now.
From Shaylin Bass. They drop it down low. Taylor Alexander. Alexander back out. They leave Eli open for 3. She can't take advantage, and Galindo on the board. Michaela Kay.
Continue to watch this battle. You see LaCour down underneath working on Holcomb. And they've been trying to feed it into her underneath all game and will continue to. And this time she gets to the line.
Good help side defense by Taylor Alexander, though. She kind of just snuck right in here on the help side and was able to simply, even though it was a foul, wasn't an easy play to make. Probably a good foul.
Yeah, and that's what USAO's been doing, is coming in with some good help side defense. We saw that earlier with Shaylin Bass coming in and tipping it away and flying inside in the lane. But what that's been doing is anytime you're bringing in a help side defender, is there's someone open on the outside, typically on the perimeter, and that's what Oklahoma City's been so good at doing so far this game, is swinging it around and finding that open shot, and they're 3 for 3 beyond the arc.
That second one's no good. It's 18-15. Down low, Taylor Alexander. Back out to Bass. It's Rebecca Worthy in the corner. Worthy for 3. She knocks it down. And a great first quarter. It's 18-18 with 1:20 to go in this one.
What a game right now by both teams.
Tiara Coffey set to check in for USAO. You assume she'll give Vivian Holcomb a break, as Holcomb has been out there a long time. Here's Kay. Kay drives in. No one picked her up. No good, but it was rebounded by Beathard.
That's a good look inside by Oklahoma City and just not able to finish at the rim, but that's the play they were looking for.
There's Worthy. They leave Worthy open again. That one's no good. This time Kay pulls the board down. She's gonna push it in transition. There's Beathard to Galindo. Drops it down low to Taylor LaCour. That's no good. Now in transition, Bass. Bass is good. 20-18, shot clock expired. OCU can hold for the last shot.
Watch LaCour setting the screen right up here, high ball screen, and she goes down low now.
Galindo will have to settle for a contested 3. De'Ara Eli defended that one very well. It's 20-18 as we end this first quarter. And Jeff, a great first quarter to start the women's final of the Sooner Athletic Conference Tournament.
Yeah, both teams showing why they're number 1 and 2 in the conference, and both teams doing it different ways. However, they're both fueled by the play by the bigs underneath, supported by great guard play. Oklahoma City has been working inside and out and able to get perimeter shots, and USAO is, as we saw on that last fast break, they're turning defense into offense like they've been doing all season.
Yeah.
As we see the play underneath, and Eli is so quick on the fast break with that little stutter step. What a great move by her, and she has such great hands, as we saw her steal it from Galindo once, and then she took it away earlier on that last replay to go in for the score. And so, again, turning defense into offense for USAO, and really working that combo underneath with Holcomb and Amanda Allen at the elbows.
Michaela Kay, can't really talk, or you can't say really enough about what she did coming off the bench. Came off the bench, knocked down 2 threes, kind of commanded the team in a point guard position. Pretty clean game from both teams thus far as we enter the second quarter here. Here's a one by Peyton Taylor.
And we talked about it, Oklahoma City, they're 3 for 4 right now from threes, and every one of them have been open, just like you saw on that replay, because of the way they're moving the ball and feeding it inside underneath, drawing the help defense underneath with LaCour, and then able to kick it outside and find the open man.
We can look for OCU to continue attacking that. Caitlin Johnson has checked in for the first time today for USAO. Download of Coffee, back out to Rebecca Worthy. Her three is no good, but Coffee's there. No one boxed her out, but she could not hold on to the rebound. OCU catches a break there. Maybe a press incoming for USAO. They switch it up. 2-2-1 full court, it looks like. They break it. There's Galindo. Michaela Kay, she's open for 3 again. Michaela Kay, 3 of 3 from downtown. Hey, to retake the lead.
9 points now for Kay. And
here's Worthy. Eli swung around to Caitlin Johnson. Eli again, OCU varying their look. Now it's down low. Coffee gave it to Alexander, and Alexander finished. Here's Galindo. Galindo drives in, blocked away by De'Ara Eli. Back the other way, Caitlin Johnson. Johnson layup, that might have been a hand on that one. Goes out off of OCU.
so it'll stay with USAO, and again, turning defense into an offensive possession, and what a defensive play there by Eli.
And Eli threw it off the back of the defender. What a heads-up play from her. Defender had her back to her. And it ends up with a quick trip to the free throw line.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen that on the inbound. De'Ara Eli looked like she just dropped it off the back of the defender and essentially passed it into herself, and no one was guarding her. You see the block here inside. The help defense was already there by Amanda Allen, but then Eli, again, with those hands, she was able to get in and not draw contact.
Second free throw no good. OCU with the board. The Drovers lead it by 2. Here's Kay. Gets into Shyla Hammonds, and Shyla Hammonds fouled by Caitlin Johnson.
Suns and Arts foul, charge number 2, Caitlin Johnson, her first personal foul, first team foul of the second quarter.
And now City's trying to set up a similar high-low look with both their bigs. As you see LaCour and then Beddard underneath, and she gets the ball on the block underneath, draws the double team, and she'll go to the line.
Nice job there, working it down low. Vivian Holcomb's not down there right now, so that kind of gives them a little bit an easier access.
She'll have 2 shots.
Both teams getting significant play out of their two bigs, and really three on the USAO side. But for Oklahoma City, you have Beddard and LaCour underneath, both 6 foot plus. And USAO with Holcomb and Allen, and then Eli.
Oklahoma City foul charge number
And Coffee as well, 6 foot underneath, and she's rotating in right now for Holcomb. So significant size for both teams, and they're utilizing it to run their offense through it.
You get Beddard on the foul down low, actually her second. It was Worthy. Oklahoma City staying in that zone look. Here's Eli. They say she traveled. 23-23 with 7:46 here in this first half. Galindo drops it in low to LaCour. LaCour is fouled.
Science and Arts foul charge number 33, Taylor Alexander, her second personal foul, team foul number 3.
That's great play underneath by LaCour and Galindo working together, as you see Galindo drawing the defensive attention as soon as she gets it on the perimeter, and that allows LaCour to go underneath and draw the contact.
Checking it now for Oklahoma City, number 24, Alexis Hill. Returning now for Science and Arts, number 32, Shaylin Bass, and number 10, Darian Hill.
Bass and Hill return. Most of the starting five for Science and Arts, save for Holcomb in right now. Second free throw good for LaCour. It's 24-23. Oklahoma City brings some pressure. Hill lost her footing, and she did indeed travel. (24-23).
USAO coach not happy about the travel call, and that's what you try to set up your Oklahoma City. Just put a little pressure on the offense and force them to make a mistake.
And Michaela Kay, she feeds it down low to Hill. Hill back out to Kay. Kay with another three. That's her first miss from downtown today.
That's the look she wanted, and in Oklahoma City continuing to get those open threes.
There's Rebecca Worthy. Here's Hill.
Watch Eli hanging out underneath. She's boxed out.
That worked out in the favor of OCU. Galindo's been quiet this quarter, and it's only had to do with Eli's defensive presence. There's LaCour down low. And Hill cleaned it up, and she finished.
Great cleanup underneath by Hill.
Hill's got 4 points. Thus far, Galindo's only been held to 4 as well. Here's DR Eli down low. What a move by Eli, but Alexis Hill won the battle.
Yeah, Hill had great position, and Holcomb set to check in now for USAO.
USAO was missing their star big. Galindo with a contested three. That's no good. Darian Hill had the rebound, but then lost it off of her own leg. Tough break for USAO. The inbound is to Galindo. Galindo drives in, stepping through. Galindo finishes. It extends the lead to 5.
What a play there by Galindo. She's got 6 points now. in the first half and set up by a great screen by LaCour.
There's Worthy. Drops it into Eli. Eli tried to feed it to Bass. OCU almost broke that up. 10 to shoot. Worthy. Worthy drives in. Nice move from Worthy. They're going to get her on the charge. Nice job by Alexis Hill to set her feet.
Offensive foul, charge to number 4, Rebecca Worthy. Her first personal foul, fourth team foul for the Bruins.
And that fired the OCU bench up.
OCU's beginning to get some momentum. They got a 5-point lead, which is one of the largest in this game so far.
Hammonds, here's Kay for 3 again, and Kay knocks down another one off the bench. 4 triples from Michaela Kay.
Set up by another great screen by LaCour and Alexis Hill.
Dropped into Vivian Holcomb. Holcomb with another great pass, and Vivian Holcomb has such great vision. Timeout, Drovers.
That was the response USAO needed to just get something going on the offensive side, as they had let Oklahoma City go on a bit of a run and pick up some momentum.
Here's Kay's 3, her 4th triple of the game, Jeff. And when you have a bench player that can come in and shoot as well as she is shooting right now, how important is that for a team? It's kind of a spark.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's what we've talked about. Oklahoma City continuing to get those open shots, and even when they haven't fallen, they're getting the shots that they want. USAO has to make an adjustment defensively at halftime if they're not able to do it here fully in the timeout, but they're dropping shooters, and a lot of it is because of the attention demanded underneath by the players like LaCour and Alexis Hill, and they're running their offense through them.
I assume both of these teams are going to the big dance either way, but this one is definitely for bragging rights. They split the conference. That's a block there. However, OCU rescues it. It's Alexis Hill with a jumper. No good. And there you go. Taylor LaCour on the over the back there.
Great job by Oklahoma City, though, hanging with that possession. USAO, though, is so impressive on defense with their ability to strip the ball out, whether that's in the air or off the dribble, without drawing contact. Very accurate with their hands.
There's Worthy. And kicked out by Kay.
Returning in for Oklahoma City, number 30, Johanna Beathard.
Beathard comes back. Rebecca Worthy.
Watch Eli and Holcomb both down low underneath right here.
There it was to her, but that opened it up for Worthy for 3, who knocks it down. Huge shot. And Jeff, you had just drawn attention to it. Vivian Holcomb drew so much attention there that it left Worthy open on the outside.
And that's what USAO is looking to do, work from the inside out offensively.
Here's Hammonds. Hammonds into Beathard. Back out to Michaela Kay, who was thinking about another shot. Down low, great ball movement from OCU. That's a team bucket right there, and it's Alexis Hill who finishes it. High post, Holcomb again. Holcomb often starts in the high post and then will move her way back down. They drop it into her, low block. I think they'll get Holcomb on the travel.
Just when USAO begins to answer Oklahoma City, they got a big 3 on the offensive side. Oklahoma City comes back with a strong offensive possession and then a good defensive one. And Galindo knocking down a 3.
That one was contested too. You can only keep her quiet for so long.
And that's the defensive player of the year working on her, but she had to draw her attention to that screen that was being set up, the ball screen that they've done so well setting Galindo up for.
Holcomb misses and then compounds it with a foul.
And so that time Galindo didn't take the screen and just steps back and shoots the three. And so Eli's kind of caught between both directions.
That's team foul number 5. So OCU will get some free throws coming.
So you see the screen right here, a terrible drawing, but you see the screen on the side coming up, and it draws Eli's attention just for a second because we've seen Galindo come around that screen and use her speed, and so Eli has to pay attention to it. You take your eyes off of Galindo for just a second, and she knocks down a three. Oklahoma City now up by 10.
Yeah, the game was within 5, and then Oklahoma City answered with a 5-0 run there. Now USAO, that's another turnover, number 8 for them.
Unforced errors on offense is what's going to be the story for USAO so far in this half, as they've played well, other than dropping some shooters occasionally on defense, and that's by good scheming with Oklahoma City. Both teams playing very well, but the big difference has been USAO with their turnovers unforced on offense. Just mental mistakes or bad dribbling occasionally.
Galindo drives in, gets the bucket. USAO might have been lucky to not get the and one there.
Both Holcomb and Eli were there in the post trying to stop Galindo, and she somehow was able to roll it up and in.
And another turnover. This game's all OCU right now, and they can add to their lead even more. Here's Hill. Gives to Galindo. Back out to Nishyla Hammonds. Hammonds well defended by Worthy, and they got her on the travel. Great defense by Rebecca Worthy to kind of force that.
Yeah, that was a great job by Worthy, as she was at a bit of a disadvantage defensively, trying to come in late over on help really to close out on the shooter, and then she drove inside, and Worthy was able to recover and stick with her and force the turnover. And USAO has to get a positive offensive possession here.
Drop it into Taylor Alexander. Short jumper, no good. That was a good look, though. What USAO does not want to happen is for Galindo to heat up. He has that good spelled game over for the Drovers.
There's 1 minute remaining in the half.
They're already down 12. They give it to Galindo. There's the ball screen. There it is. Great ball screen. Jumper, no good. USAO dodges one there.
That's the conundrum that Eli's in right now, and we've seen her win that matchup. Several blocks against Galindo. She's doing a great job on her, but as we saw previously, Galindo able to step back and knock down a three as she was paying attention to the ball screen. So this time she stays really tight on Galindo, runs right into the ball screen, and Galindo's open for the shot at the elbow.
That was the 10th turnover for USAO. And here it is again. Galindo up with it, can't finish. But OCU pulls down the board, and they can hold for the last shot.
Watch it. Here's the matchup we're looking at.
Michaela Kay, 10 seconds to go. They might go away from Galindo here. In the hands of Hill. Hill for 2, and she beats Vivian Holcomb. USAO, they can hurry and fire up a shot at the buzzer. It'll be a half-court prayer. Well long. 42-28. That second quarter was all Oklahoma City. Here's the last bucket. Vivian Holcomb didn't even do that bad of a job on defense, but OCU, Jeff, that was just all stars in that second quarter.
Yeah, what a second quarter. We saw that the first quarter, both teams were really just running their game and back and forth. But then Oklahoma City, on the backs of several made three-point shots. They knocked down 6 three-pointers in the first half, shooting 6 of 10, 60% beyond the arc currently, and that's really what propelled their lead, as we see Michaela Kay knocking down her 4th three-pointer.
She hit 4 of the 6. She has 12 points on the back of 4 triples, and they hit 6 as a team.
What a play by Oklahoma City. What play in the second quarter to really stretch out that lead is it was all back and forth for the first quarter, and Oklahoma City just ran away with it there in the second one. And so USAO has to answer, first of all, by not creating mistakes and turnovers. USAO dropped several easy possessions. We see Galindo's 3 there. USAO turned it over 10 times and gave Oklahoma City 14 points off of turnovers.
And that's the difference right now.
Exactly. And again, USAO's playing well on offense and doing a good job defensively. So, Galindo got free a couple times on that, on those last several possessions, but typically doing a good job shutting them down. And again, like I mentioned, USAO so good with their hands, able to get the blocks inside and not draw the contact. It's been a pretty clean game, and they're playing well underneath, working the high-low game with Holcomb, as we saw there with the give and go underneath. And so really the big difference for USAO has been the mistakes on offense. They had that several possessions on this side where it was 3 or 4 possessions in a row where they didn't get a bucket because of turnovers, and you can't have that.
Only 8 points in that second quarter for USAO. Almost very similar to what JBU did yesterday. JBU against USAO with 20 points in the first quarter, and then they only had 6 in the second quarter. Pretty similar for today. They only had 8 points in the second quarter. On the back of a lot of turnovers, a bad second quarter. We'll see if USAO can recover. And to get back into this game, it's going to take shutting down Galindo and Kay for that matter, cutting off those open threes, as well as really getting into that rhythm offensively. Because if they can't do that, it could spell trouble for USAO. We are going to take a break as we give you a few more replays to head into halftime. It was a great first half, though. All OCU there in that second quarter. It's 42-28. I'm Carter Hinson alongside Jeff Essery. We'll be back in about 12 minutes for the second Welcome back to Bill George Arena, second half of the Women's Basketball Sooner Athletic Conference Championship game. USAO and Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leads at 42-28. The inbound is to Daniela Galindo, and we are underway. There's LaCour to Peyton Saylor. Taylor LaCour, she goes in. Kind of a little floater from the lane and no good. And this possession, Jeff, could really set the tempo for USAO's half. Here's a three. Darian Hill, they started off good. That's the exact start they wanted. They trail by 11. Alexis Hill to Galindo.
And a kind of long three like that, if you're USAO, you hope will open things up underneath as well and force Oklahoma City to respect the long ball. As USAO really hasn't shot the three ball well up until that point.
And Shyla Hammond's finished and got the foul.
And two of the stats you always check at the end of game and halftime is turnovers and offensive rebounds. And right now, Oklahoma City, only 5 turnovers and they forced 10. USAO has 10 turnovers. We talked about that coming out of the break. And then Oklahoma City with 7 offensive boards to USAO's 2. And that tells a big reason why Oklahoma City is up double digits right now.
They drop it into Holcomb. Well, a help side defense. Holcomb tried, she did drop it off to Shaylin Bass. And 2 points. Vivian Holcomb has such great vision underneath. She always sees the open player.
That was a great pass by her and great position by Bass to come in and on the other side of the block as Holcomb was cut off on the double team.
And Shaylin Bass, they thought she got a clean block and they will call the foul. Here it is. Let's see if there's contact here.
Ooh. It was close if there was some, but again, great play. USAO so good at swatting the ball away. That time they got called for it, but that won't slow them down from trying it in the future.
Here comes Michaela Kay. She's a long ranger. Hit 4 triples in the first half off the bench.
Yeah, she's 4 of 6 from the floor, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc.
OCU 2-3 zone it looks like. And their goal is to take Vivian Holcomb out of the high post. She's kind of running that free throw line right now. Here's De'Ara Eli to Darian Hill. Darian Hill drives in, kind of a wild shot. No good, but there's Holcomb to clean it up. Holcomb finishes. Just strength, pure strength to get herself in there.
Great cleanup by Holcomb, and that's what you need if you're USAO. And again, here they come trying to turn defense into offense, and that's why they were able to be so successful in the first half. That's their game, and they got away from that in the second quarter.
There's Darian Hill. Holcomb in that high post. Hill out to Worthy. 6 to shoot, Worthy. Kind of a mid-range jumper, no good, and then Darian Hill will get tagged with the foul.
Science and Arts foul charge to number 10, Darian Hill, her first personal foul, third team foul.
A 12-point lead for OCU. Drop it down low to Hill. Here's Michaela Kay. She is tripped up. Rough 2 possessions for Darian Hill. She gets tagged with back-to-back fouls.
Science and Arts foul charge to number 10, Darian Hill, her second personal foul, fourth team foul.
And that was just a unfortunate tangle up of feet there.
Outside to Galindo. Galindo on the drive. Dumps it off to LaCour. Here's Nishyla Hammonds for three, no good. Darian Hill on the rebound. Ahead to Eli in transition. Eli saves it. Actually, she did not. They say she stepped on the line. Here comes Johnson.
And USAO has to be careful. Turnovers was what got them into this mess in the second quarter, or one of the key factors, and they've got to be careful with the ball here in the third and really can't let offensive possessions go empty as they're trying to climb back from a 12-point lead, or a 12-point deficit, excuse me.
Here's Hammonds to Hill. Hill drive in, spin move by Hill, no good. That was well closed off by USAO, and Holcomb with the board.
4 boards, 4 assists from Holcomb.
Taylor Alexander, Holcomb, there's that mid-range jumper she loves. She gets it, and one for Vivian Holcomb.
Holcomb, what a move inside. You don't see a big typically pick up like that and shoot underneath off the dribble, and then the little lean underneath to pick up the foul. And
you don't see a, and then Darian Hill pulls the board and it is tied up, but it will stay with USAO.
So USAO climbing back into this game and have a chance with this possession now to cut it to underneath double digits.
Jeff, to your point, you don't see a big do that very often. You also don't see a big look as comfortable doing that as Vivian Holcomb does. Outside to Johnson, there's Taylor Alexander. Alexander drops it off to De'Ara Eli. Eli up with it. She goes up, cannot collect her own rebound. Taylor LaCour broke that one up. Now it's in transition the other way. Galindo will pull up, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound to LaCour. LaCour back up with it, and it's good.
And that was a good pull-up shot by Galindo because she knew they had numbers, and LaCour was able to set up underneath.
Here's Taylor Alexander. Johnson is that high post to Holcomb again, and a foul on the floor as Nishyla Hammonds will foul Taylor Alexander.
And we saw on that last possession, Holcomb's been working this free throw line on the elbows for most of the game. And we saw with her range, the turnaround shot at the elbow, her ability to go off the dribble and pull up and shoot, draws so much defensive attention to her. That middle of the paint is really open, and that was when she was trying to feed it inside to Allen.
Here's Taylor Alexander. Alexander to Vivian Holcomb. Holcomb up with it. Have a wild shot, no good. And they're going to get Vivian Holcomb on the foul there. That'll be 2 free throws. Not what USAO wanted when it looked like they had some momentum. Every single foul will send OCU to the line now.
Citing starts foul charge number 12, De'Ara Eli, her second personal foul, 15th foul.
Here you see on that last possession, OCU running in the fast break and turning USAO's turnover into some points. You called it, Carter. That was a great chance for USAO to continue to try to get back into this ball game as they were trying to cut the lead underneath double digits, and now it's back out to 12.
They did catch a break as LaCour went 0 for 2 on that trip. Eli is open for 3. Shot is flat and no good. Rebounded by Galindo, and stolen away, Darian Hill. Darian Hill falling down to the ground wildly, and she goes to the line.
What a crazy turn of events. Give it to USAO for hanging with it, able to stay with the shot, get the turnover, and Hill going to the line.
The second free throw good.
USAO going to press now.
Some funny antics from the USAO bench during that free throw. There's Kay. She feeds it up to LaCour. LaCour muscles her way in, and Taylor LaCour, another bucket. She's got 8. It'll be Darian Hill. Deep 3, no good. USAO can't keep trading buckets. They're going to have to get some stops paired with their buckets. Hammonds to LaCour. Kay out to Galindo. Great ball movement. OCU dumps it off to LaCour. That doesn't get much easier than that.
Excellent ball movement by Oklahoma City on that one, and by Galindo drawing the defensive attention off the dribble. She's so quick and able to get around it. She draws so much defensive attention that LaCour was wide open underneath the basket. Great vision finding her.
Hill to Holcomb. Darian Hill, kind of a Euro step through the lane, but she did take an extra one there. 3 steps and a travel. Timeout Oklahoma City. They lead by 14, and we saw the pass from Galindo there to LaCour that ended with a bucket.
So USAO comes out and tries to cut into this lead a little bit, and they do. They try to pick up some momentum, and then just like that, Oklahoma City comes storming back, and you called it, Carter. USAO has to get a stop defensively if they're going to try to climb back into this. They're able to get some shooting from Hill, as we saw earlier, and Hill's done a nice job cutting inside and getting to the line and trying to create a little bit. But they really haven't shot the ball well from 3. They're 4 of 10 from beyond the arc, and they have 1 3 so far in this second half, and Oklahoma City with 6 of them on the game.
Considering Oklahoma City, here's an interesting thing. They've only played 7 players today. So at any given time, only 7 players have given minutes today. So it could be taxing for their starting 5, but they don't look gassed, they don't look tired. They very easily dispatched, for the most part, OCU.
Yeah.
Had no issue yesterday taking out Wayland.
And Daniela Galindo, their top player, like we've talked about, she has 996 minutes on the season, which is over 100 more than any other player on her team.
I don't know if she sat today or not. She sat a little bit yesterday. She got some rest as the Stars had it taken care of pretty early on into that 4th quarter. There's Hammonds, and easily a charge. Holcomb did have her feet set, did a great job with that.
And that's what you need if you're USAO. You've got to get a defensive stop, try to force a turnover, and they've got to turn it into some points now on the offensive side.
We'll see if USAO can go positive these next few minutes. There's Caitlin Johnson. Drop that into Taylor Alexander. That's a start.
What
That's
a
an easy
pass
bucket.
there
Great
by Eli.
pass. Eli's only got 7 points, but a lot of what she does doesn't show up on the score sheet. Such a good defender. And they're going to get her on the foul there. That's a tough call.
Citing Starks foul, charges number 12, Tierra Eli, her 3rd personal foul.
That's 3 personals on Eli.
We see that pass there by Eli. Great job shielding it as well by Taylor Alexander, fighting through contact to get that pass.
And Galindo gets 2 free throws, and not who the Drovers want at the line.
Galindo, an 84% free throw shooter on the season. 12 points for her, and you look at the Oklahoma City scoreboard, it just speaks to the team approach to offense. They've got 4 players in double digits right now.
A 4-headed scoring attack. There's Johnson, mid-range jumper from Johnson. She knocks it down. What a pump fake that was to draw the defender up. There's Michaela Kay. USAO needing a stop. And they hand to Galindo. Galindo to LaCour. LaCour out to Kay. They're going to get Kay on the offensive foul. So she pushed off.
And again, Worthy doing a good job. Rebecca Worthy, we've seen her with tight defense on a couple of these possessions. And we see her clearly hitting the deck. And she was in good position, sticky on defense there on the man defense, and Kay knocked her over.
Here's Johnson. And that's taken away by Galindo. She tight ropes the sideline there, and she'll have an easy bucket. I don't know how she stayed in bounds after she stole it away.
I don't know how she stole it away as well. Great job anticipating that pass and tipping it out and staying in bounds.
15 from Daniela Galindo, and a charge on Vivian Holcomb.
Offensive foul charge to number 22, Vivian Holcomb. That's her first personal foul.
That's pretty impressive for Holcomb to just be picking up her first foul almost at the end of the third quarter, especially with the work that she's done defensively down low.
Galindo, a three. She looks to add to the lead, no good. But Nashyla Hammonds is there with the rebound. OCU, they have some freedom here. They can take some time off if they'd like. They lead by 14.
It looks like they will.
Galindo beat Eli to the spot there, and no good, but rebounded. It was slapped out by Alexis Hill, and Hammonds got the board. USAO takes it away there. Great job by Caitlin Johnson. Good hustle play by her. Rebecca Worthy on the other end, kind of a finger roll, no good, but there's Vivian Holcomb. She gets the rebound and the putback. Good follow from her.
Good tough play here by USAO, trying to claw back into this game.
There's 1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
And it'll be a hold inside.
Science and arts foul charge to number 22, Vivian Holcomb.
Vivian Holcomb gets that second personal, and it'll be 2 free throws incoming.
Taylor LaCour is at the line for 2 shots.
Taylor LaCour did go 0-2 on her last one, though, her last trip. But that one goes.
Returning now for science and arts, number 40, Sierra Coffee. And number
Holcomb
10,
with 2
Erica
quick
Jones.
fouls, and she'll take a seat and get a break as they check in Tierra Coffee for her.
She gets them both. The lead is 14. USAO would like a bucket here to lessen the work for the fourth quarter. Inside to Alexander. Alexander finishes.
Another great pass from Eli to Alexander.
Kind of force off the bench.
Alexander with great position underneath, and again able to shield the defender just enough.
Darian Hill almost stripped that one away, and oh, they get Darian Hill on the foul. Tough call for her, but she was asking for it on the, she kept on reaching in. Here's Kay for 2.
Ends up being a positive for USAO with the missed free throw, and you've got to do something here with 12 points to make up, and being aggressive on defense is a pretty good strategy for USAO with how well they've been able to do it and create turnovers off of it, and Hill almost got one there.
Back the other way, that's poked out by OCU. It's a 13-point lead, about a 5-second difference between the shot and the game clock. And USAO chip away a little bit more. There's Caitlin Johnson. Johnson to Taylor Alexander to Darian Hill. Alexander, high post. Look, Caitlin Johnson is open for 3. She banked it in. I don't know if she called it or not, but she narrows it down. It's a 60-50 game. And Michaela Kay, 5 to shoot. She drives in, Dumps it off. LaCour, jumper at the buzzer. No good. That is a good end of the quarter for USAO.
USAO got lucky on the on the defensive end.
You see the replay of the three at the buzzer, or excuse me, before the buzzer. It was Caitlin Johnson. I don't know if she meant to bank it in or not, Jeff, but it worked. And we're looking at a very good end to this ball game. It's a 10-point game. USAO kind of been clawing their way back.
For them to be able to set up just a 10-point lead is big, as we see Galindo taking it in on the fast break. And
well, Galindo's got 15 points, and Jeff, I kind of mentioned this before the game. She's so good, but it's sometimes quiet in how she does it. You look up and she's got 15 points. It doesn't even seem like she had shot that much, but she's got 15. And you mentioned it a few times that OCU, a four-headed scoring attack. You got Galindo with 15. You have Michaela Kay with 13. LaCour has 12. Alexis Hill has 12. So Jeff, how important is it to continue this balanced scoring attack going into the fourth quarter?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's why it's been so hard for USAO to defend, because it's coming from everywhere. And Oklahoma City has done such a good job distributing the ball. Each of their players as well, if you look at the score sheet, have several assists. You have Michaela Kay with 2 assists. You've got Alexis Hill with an assist. You've got Hammond with 3 assists. And so they're making it happen with good ball movement. And so that's hard to defend. If you're USAO, it's one of the smallest leads that you've had so far in this second half, and they have to take advantage going into this fourth quarter and really just take over and try to cut into this lead.
That's not Darian Hill. That's number 4 for her.
Number 10, Darian Hill, her 4th personal foul. First team foul. Checking in now, Forsyth starts number 4, Rebecca Worthy.
And Worthy will check in for Hill. Inbound it, and Michaela Kay runs point again for OCU this quarter. I don't know if Daniela Galindo is sat today, and I don't know if she will. Down low, Alexis Hill. Good defense by USAO, out off of LaCour. And that is the possession USAO wanted to start with.
And Hill was double teamed underneath and was looking for contact. The Oklahoma City bench was looking for it as well, and no call there.
2-3 zone back in for Oklahoma City. Caitlin Johnson. Johnson hit that big 3 from that wing where she currently is. There's Tiara Coffey. That was well defended by OCU. Push it ahead to Galindo. Galindo on the drive, up with it. How did she finish that one? It looked like it had been tipped and it still dropped in.
What a finish by Daniela Galindo. And you've got to think USAO is going to check Holcomb back into the game soon, even with her. She only has 2 fouls for this fourth quarter. They've got to get some.
I feel like they have to check her back in, right? As soon as possible. The SAC Player of the Year. She's got 18 points. There's Shaylin Bass. Bass drops it into Coffey. That one almost stolen away. Worthy is able to come away with it. And Jeff, there she is. There's Holcomb about to check in, and from about as far away as you can be, Rebecca Worthy.
Off the dribble, what a shot.
My goodness. That is a clutch 3 from Rebecca Worthy. Didn't even think she was gonna pull that one up. Alexis Hill has that one knocked away by DR Eli, but it stays with OCU.
And Eli almost saved that for USAO. What great defense by her to rotate over there and take it away, and Worthy.
Here it is.
Pulling up to knock it down, and that's big for USAO because the big play by Galindo had pulled Oklahoma City back to a 13-point lead as she was able to get the 3-point play and make the free throw, and brought it back to 10.
Cheap foul to give away for Rebecca Worthy. But she held Calling her on the hold against Michaela Kay. There's Galindo. She's guarded by Eli. That is a critical matchup in this fourth quarter. There it is to Hill. Hill dishes to Michaela Kay. Hammonds to Galindo. Galindo, step back three. It is good. Huge shot from Daniela Galindo.
The ball screen by LaCour set that up, and that's just hard to defend.
Here's Holcomb in the high post again. Here's Shaylin Bass. Worthy again. Another deep three from Worthy. This time that one's well off. Daniela Galindo gets that rebound. It's her 7th. Oklahoma City might be a few buckets away from icing this thing. Galindo. In the hands of Kay. Hammonds to Kay again. Kay, she's lethal from down there, and she drains it again.
Michaela Kay with her 5th three-pointer on the day. Her and Galindo have combined for 8 three-pointers. Or excuse me, 6 three-pointers. 2 from Galindo, 4 from Kay.
USAO did not like that call. Looked like Hammonds and her defender just kind of, Holcomb and her defender got a little bit tied up down there. They ended up calling it on Vivian Holcomb. There's Kay again. Oklahoma City taking a lot of time off the clock in these last few possessions. Galindo. Oh, Galindo. Too easy. She's got 23.
That's the kind of performance that you look for from the Conference Player of the Year in a big game. 21 points, 8 boards. 23 points, 8 boards.
Galindo. They can go up 20 with a bucket here. There's LaCour out to Kay. Kay, long two. My goodness, Michaela Kay. I can argue that her performance off the bench has really been what has changed this game. They lead it by 20.
They've exploded into a 20-point lead as USAO just a few minutes ago had taken it back down to a 10-point lead, and then Oklahoma City going on a massive run, and it was led by Daniela Galindo.
We've talked about her time and time again. She is the Conference Player of the Year for a reason. I'd like to remind you that today's game brought to you by our good friends at Real FM. It's a ministry of 90.9 KLRC. If you'd like to be a beta tester with Real FM, head on over to realfm.online. Be a beta tester. You can get some stickers and a free shirt just for doing their short music surveys. Real FM, real conversations about real life. That is realfm.online. Thank you for them, good friends of ours at Real FM. Come out of this timeout. OCU can honestly, OCU, Jeff, they can take as much time as they want with each possession. Time is of the essence, and they're up 20.
Yeah, and you got to think that's what Oklahoma City is going to be doing, just staying sound on defense and not doing anything crazy on offense to try to just close this game out. And what an impressive performance. We mentioned Galindo, but then Michaela Kay as well, hitting that big three-point shot. We just saw her with the pump fake, dropping in the 2 as well. She has 18 points. Her and Galindo combined have over 50% of their team's points.
USAO's got to get moving in a hurry here. Taylor Alexander underneath to dear Eli. Eli gets the bucket. Will they call it on the floor? Will they call it in the act of shooting? They call it on the floor. That's a tough break for USAO.
Foul on the floor, Oklahoma City foul.
Eli doing a nice job extending out and causing the defender to trip over to try to get that extra free throw on the end of her bucket.
In the hands of Worthy. Feels like forever ago that Worthy hit that huge three to make it a 10-point game, but that was only a few minutes ago. OCU opened it back up with a 10-0 run. Drops it in to Shaylin Bass. Alexander gets the board, so they get a new shot clock, but they gotta hurry. It's Eli. Swung around, Eli again. Eli up with it, and she is fouled. She will go to the line this time.
Oklahoma City with a solid defensive possession that time, though, even though it led to free throws. They had them take off over 30 seconds on just that one possession. And Oklahoma City's had strong defense throughout this game. Has really propelled them.
Checking in now for Oklahoma City, number 30, Johanna Beathard.
Beathard comes back in for OCU. Down low to Holcomb. Holcomb muscling her way in, no good. Now Galindo. And two more from Galindo. The lead is 22. We'll go out off of OCU. Here's Eli. Eli drives in, up with it, and she is fouled. And she actually will go to the free throw line this time. I thought she was going the last time, and she ended up not going. They called it on the floor.
At the line for 2 shots, Sierra and Eli.
A lot of ground to make up if you're USAO in these last several minutes. Not impossible, but they got to score points in a hurry.
They got to pair some points with some turnovers, and they got to start by making some free throws, and that doesn't help them out there.
It's been a great game for the number 1 and number 2 teams in the conference. USAO sitting at number 1, Oklahoma City sitting at number 2. They split the conference, the regular season conference lead, both with the same record, 17-3 in conference play, and have battled through the gauntlet in the tournament to, as is appropriate, to have the tie champions coming into the, making it all the way through the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament.
What a story USAO has been this year, though. They went 28-4 on the season, including that win yesterday.
And Oklahoma City, always a dominant program over these last several years. And
Coach Derek Matthews, I mean, he's just in his 3rd season, and he won Coach of the Year this year.
We'll see both of these teams in the national tournament.
Yeah, so you assume that USAO won't hang their head too much out of this one, because they don't have to win this to make that national tournament, but you still something knocking off their in-state rival in the conference championship game is something you want to do, so they won't like it, but they will make the national tournament regardless.
So that last replay by Galindo, and she has nearly single-handedly taken over this 4th quarter. It wasn't long ago, Carter, that you mentioned her having 15 points, and then she reeled off 10 in this quarter, and that in the 4th quarter alone.
And they're going to get the travel call on Beathard. Hill drops it into Holcomb, out to Bass. Bass knocks the 3 down. That's a big shot. It's back down to 18. Excuse me, 19. In transition though, Beathard, they give up an easy bucket to Beathard. It's a 20-point game again. USAO's got to get to work. Here's Hill. Drops it into Alexander. Alexander turns and shoots. That's good. It's in the hands of Hill. Hill throws it off of Bass. It's out to Hill. She gives to Galindo. Galindo's got 25 with 3 minutes to go here. Four to shoot. Galindo will just be all her, and she just walks through the lane and is fouled. And 2 free throws incoming.
Great timing on the drive with just a couple seconds left on the shot clock. They were able to draw it out, and that's what you want there. And not a lot of contact on Galindo as she drove inside, but that's what you want if you're Oklahoma City. Take the shot clock all the way down and still getting some points out of the possession. Galindo is 1 rebound away from a double-double.
She has 27 points.
Averaging 20.9 points per game throughout this season.
And Hill threw it to an invisible teammate in the corner. Was looking for a no-look pass and threw it to a teammate that wasn't there. This one just about effectively over. Oklahoma City can take all the time they want off this shot clock. Drive in, Alexis Hill, what a drive spin move. No good, but back up with it goes Nashyla Hammonds, and Hammonds scores. They take all the time off the shot clock, and they end it with a bucket. And that one should just be the icing on the cake.
And the amount of second chance points from Oklahoma City versus USAO, 17 second chance points for Oklahoma City and only 5 for USAO. And that comes off of 11 offensive rebounds from the Stars as well. When you combine the points off of turnovers, which is 22 for the Stars, mixed with the second chance points, which is 17. Clear to see why they're up by 20 right now.
And Rolindo's strip going up. 4 seconds to shoot.
Checking it down for Science and Arts, number 40, Tiara Coffey, number 23, Jocelyn Jeffrey.
Tiara Coffey and Jocelyn Jeffrey both check in. Long two, no good. Hill gets the board. Hill goes back up with it. And one, Alexis Hill, and she is feeling it. She has 14.
Science and Arts foul charge to number 33, Taylor Alexander, her third personal foul.
What a play there, being able to pull down the offensive board. And again, we talked about it, second chance points, and that one hung on the rim and just dropped in, and she was able to get to the line for the free throw as well. But the offensive rebounding has been impressive from Oklahoma City so far in this ball game.
Down low, no good. Jocelyn Jeffrey under shoot coming off the bench. Daniela Galindo, she wants 30. She's got 30. My goodness, Daniela Galindo. She might be upset that she's gonna, unless she gets a board here, she'll finish one shy of that 30 and 10 double-double. Alexis Hill with the board. In the Sooner Athletic Conference Championship game, I think just about every team in the league will be glad that Daniela Galindo is graduating this year.
She has been so impressive. We mentioned averaging over 20 points per game. She's got 32 on the evening, or on the afternoon today. And
timeout, Science and Arts.
And Coach Darren Matthews called a timeout and stared at the other bench.
This is a 30-second timeout.
Kind of surprising he's not just letting it go out.
Daniela Galindo with the three ball, and this was for 30 points, and been so impressive today. Not only shooting the ball well, but playing well on the defensive end. We talked about it, 9 boards, 2 assists. Perfect at the free throw line.
She finally gets to take a seat. I don't think she sat this entire game aside from halftime.
Oklahoma City foul charge to number 25, Shiloh Hammonds, her third personal foul.
And that's another unsung thing about Galindo, is her ability to stay in the game. We talked about it. She has almost 1,000 minutes on the season, which is by far the most on her team. Nearly 200 more than most of the rest of her team.
Second free throw is good, and Oklahoma City, they get to dribble this out. The Lady Stars are cutting the nets at Bill George Arena. They are Sooner Athletic Conference Tournament champions. An authoritative 89-63 win.
What an impressive game by Oklahoma City, led by the 32 points of Daniela Galindo, the shooting of Michaela Kay, and the inside contributions by LaCour, Alexis Hill, and Hammonds. Hammonds and Hill both in double digits. Well-deserved win from Oklahoma City. It was a tough-fought first quarter, both teams battling back and forth, and then in the second quarter, Oklahoma City ran away with it with some hot three-point shooting and some USAO turnovers, and Oklahoma City could give it to them, continuing to play defense and answer every time on the offensive end.
And they will be presented with their championship trophy.
And on the other side, give it to USAO. You know, they let the second quarter slip away a little bit with a series of turnovers and only scoring eight points in the second quarter, but they hung with it and cut it back to a 10-point lead and really were trying to claw back into this game in the fourth quarter up until Oklahoma City stretched it out with that 20-point lead, and the USAO hung in there and never gave up. Definitely a talented team, and they've got a future ahead of them in the tournament as well.
Also from Oklahoma City, Alexis Hill.
The all-tournament team being announced now. We'll watch those awards be given out.
From John Brown, Bailey Cameron. From Science and Arts of Oklahoma, Darian Hill. And from Oklahoma City, Michaela Kay. The Tournament Hustle Award goes to Tierra Eli, Science and Arts of Oklahoma. And the tournament most valuable player is Daniela Galindo of Oklahoma City.
Very appropriate tournament MVP. What a performance today in the championship game by Daniela Galindo.
And ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating the 2018 Sooner Athletic Conference Tournament champions, Oklahoma City.
Championship trophy and their ticket to the national tournament. They were going anyway, but this is an added bonus.
Got another banner to hang in the Oklahoma City arena, and congratulations to the Stars. Always one of the top contenders in the Sooner Athletic Conference. And this year won the conference in the regular season, split the win, and then won the conference tournament for the decisive win of the Sooner Athletic Conference.
Feel a little bit for USAO. They won of course we mentioned it, they split it with Oklahoma City, and they have to watch as Oklahoma City celebrates this tournament win. But at 28-5, you assume the Lady Drovers will get an at-large bid to the tournament, so they're presumably not done just yet. And you see a few replays as well deserved for OCU. And we will leave you with this footage of them cutting nets. We are actually going to take a break, and we will be back at 4 p.m. Jeff and I will be for the men's championship game between Wayland and SADU. We'll be back in about an hour and 10 minutes at 4 p.m. We will see you then. Same spot. It's jbuathletics.com. I'm Carter Hinson alongside
Ball.